Configuring Query Store for Azure SQL Active Directory authentication is a crucial step in optimizing and managing your database performance. To begin, ensure you have an Azure SQL database and an Azure Active Directory set up. First, enable Active Directory authentication for your Azure SQL database server. This involves selecting the Active Directory admin for your server, which can be an Azure Active Directory user or group. Next, create a new user in your Azure SQL database for the Active Directory admin. This user will be used to connect to the database and enable Query Store. To enable Query Store, run the following command on your database. Alter database. Database name. Set query_store equals on. This will start collecting query execution statistics and wait statistics. After enabling Query Store, configure the data retention and capture policies to suit your needs. You can set the data retention period, the capture interval, and the maximum storage size for Query Store. To connect to your Azure SQL database using Active Directory authentication, use a tool like SQL Server Management Studio or Azure Data Studio. When connecting, select Active Directory, Universal with MFA support as the authentication method. Enter the username and password for the Active Directory admin, and select the database you want to connect to. Once connected, you can view and manage Query Store data using the SYS query_store_runtime_stats and SYS query_store_wait_stats system views. Best practices for configuring Query Store include monitoring storage size, adjusting capture policies, and regularly reviewing query execution statistics. By following these steps and best practices, you can effectively configure Query Store for Azure SQL Active Directory authentication and optimize your database performance. In summary, configuring Query Store for Azure SQL Active Directory authentication involves enabling Active Directory authentication, creating a new user, enabling Query Store, configuring data retention and capture policies, and connecting to the database using Active Directory authentication. By doing so, you can gain valuable insights into your query execution statistics and wait statistics, and make data-driven decisions to optimize your database performance.